Hey pals, it's Kassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Naruto Shippuden. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy shinobi journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. So in the last episode, so much happened. Jiraiya infiltrated the Rain, which we had or was previously understood that they were in the middle of a civil war, and it very quickly became apparent to Jiraiya that the person that supposedly is in charge is not in charge, and that this has somehow split into two. Maybe that wasn't really clear. I probably will understand more when I watch it again / when I edit, because I usually do. I usually never understand anything the first time. And I lost my thought. So somebody else is in charge. Jiraiya wants to know more information about this new ruler, and he got a little bit of information, but he's trying to get more information out of these two ninja who have kind of told him some things, but also told him that nobody's really seen him. And at the end of the episode, we found that he has multiple bodies. At least that's what it looked like. It looked like he had multiple bodies. I'm probably jumping to conclusions, but he has stopped the Rain. The girl with the paper stuff is gonna find him or whatever, and he's like, it's time to hunt. So he's specifically looking for Jiraiya. I am curious because, again, nobody really knows what he looks like. So if they do in fact run into Jiraiya, is this gonna be is it gonna be like one of those things where they think they know what they look like but they don't, because it's not, well, he has so many bodies, so you don't know if that's the real him or not. Secondly, my crazy person theory, because these people look like the kids that Jiraiya trained when he was younger, when, these people were children, but he got notified that they had passed, and so, or that they didn't make it, or whatever the wording was. But one, this Pain dude has the same eyes as one of the kids that he trained, even though, what's his name? The guy with the kid with the eyes did not have the orange hair. It was the other kid. But the girl had the same type of jutsu with the paper. So I feel like there's some, even if they're not the same people, my crazy person theories are the same people. And that's just going to be, if that were to be true, that would be just a very interesting interaction between them and Jiraiya. The person that trained them and raised them and helped them is now their enemies. But even if they're not the same people, the fact that they have so many parallels just from observing, I feel like it's going to be very difficult for Jiraiya. But I mean, I'm sure that he'll still be able to do his job or whatever it is he's trying to do here. I mean, I know he's really just gaining information, but I feel like that's going to hit him hard, and I'm going to be sad because they were his first babies. They were his first trainees. And that would just be sad. So we're going to watch this episode. Hopefully we'll continue down this path. I do question where it's going to go, if we're going to flip back to chasing Sasuke / Itachi, or if we're going to continue in this Rain village. But, we'll find out in a second.
Fine, turn me into a frog then. I'm not going to say anything else to you. I may be low-ranking, but I still have my pride. I'm a ninja. I have nothing to say to an outsider who has no idea what goes on in our nation.
Yeah, because you don't tell anybody. Not that you need to tell everybody your business, but...
Interrogation was never my forte anyway. Okay, talk time is over. But you're still going to stay put. I'll just go ahead and ask this god of yours in person then.
Very interesting. Are they just gonna stay in the frog? This frog has many facets. One of those bigger on the inside things.
What's the big idea? I mean, what are you thinking summoning me here right now, Jiraiya? Is this about Naruto's ki?
No, it's not about training this time. I have my reason.
Key as in key or key as in K-I?
Thinking of removing me? What in the world is going on?
I'm just about to go into battle with a very tough opponent.
Uh-huh. This guy must really be something if you have to release me to go fight him.
Don't worry. It's just
Interesting.
a
So he doesn't even
anyway,
fight at
I
full
want to press
strength.
the storage release seal now, so...
Very well, then.
I also think it's pretty cool that he can summon specific frogs. Like, not that I couldn't have thought that before, but I guess because we mostly focus on Naruto when he's, like, training, that he just summons whoever comes.
You're well aware that the key that corresponds to Naruto's 8th sign seal is transcribed on my belly. Each and every year, the 4th Hokage seal grows weaker. We keep the key in order to retighten the seal if we should ever find the need. To place a key right next to the lock it opens is unheard of.
What?
It was always meant to be returned to Naruto one day.
But it's too soon. Once already you sweet-talked me into loosening the tetragram seal, and you know just as well...
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we learned so much. We learned so much. We're learning so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Minato entrusting me with this jutsu formula indicates that his will was for Naruto to complete that jutsu for himself one day.
That jutsu?
What jutsu? What jutsu? I know we're gonna find out maybe several episodes from now.
Naruto requires such a jutsu. He would never be able to control the Nine-Tails chakra. And besides, when that lock was loosened, Naruto's own chakra was pushed aside by the Nine-Tails chakra, which leaked out in large amounts and took over Naruto.
Okay, but still.
Only used the seal on the Nine-Tails Yin chakra. He split the Nine-Tails power into Yin and Yang and sealed the Yang power inside of Naruto. He left the Nine-Tails chakra to Naruto on purpose.
Perhaps, but still.
Oh my god.
Why did Minato do that?
Yes,
Why
why?
did he go so far as to seal that
Because he believes?
anything at all without a very good reason? Minato must have known something important. And
That
as
we
a
don't know?
result, he entrusted the Nine-Tails power to Naruto because of the knowledge he had.
I think you're reading too much into it.
Oh, well, Jiraiya is probably correct. Oh my gosh.
That its appearance was not a natural phenomenon.
But it was coming for somebody
I think
specific?
there's more to it. I believe it may very well have been manually summoned.
The Nine-Tails has always been a natural disaster that appears when you...
Okay, but I like the way Jiraiya thinks. I like this theory. Minato himself? Oh.
The Uchiha founders. Madara Uchiha.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit! You fool! Madara lived back in the early days of the Hidden Leaf. No way he was still alive 15, 16 years ago.
Yes.
Guys!
I also know, as everybody does, that the first Hokage defeated Madara Uchiha in...
What he did. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, the valley! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, yes. Follow your instincts. Listen to your intuition. I'm really glad I could use both lungs right now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You guys. Oh, I bet you're all laughing at me right now because you knew this was coming. Oh my gosh. So many pieces just got put together from all these different things between like regular Naruto and now. I feel like he's gonna get found out though. They're gonna know it's not him.
I certainly hope this plan works.
Or your wife is gonna see you, or his wife is gonna see you.
Here we go.
The spies, the paper spies.
Well,
It's Jiraiya.
Oh, they know him. Well, I guess he is famous.
Try to kill him, if you can.
I have questions. And I'm so curious how they know it was Jiraiya when he's... I mean, I guess they probably have some kind of sight or whatever, but like... And I know they said nostalgia, but that just makes me feel like they're the ones. They're the kids. They're the kids. I already know it. There's no way my crazy person theory is not true.
I dangled a lure in hopes of drawing out this Pain fellow, but I never imagined that I'd catch you.
You?
You've honed your jutsu magnificently, but even more, you've become quite a catch, Conan.
And the music of like the terrifying screaming.
It was my understanding that all of you had died, but I never would have guessed that you turned into sheets of paper.
It's really you. You're the messenger lady angel.
First a god, now an angel.
Oh, I'm so glad that I was right.
It's an intruder. You should kill him now.
Leave now and stay away.
Yes, ma'am.
So who is this Pain?
It's really none of your business, Sensei.
But they'll find, who's gonna find out? He knows him. And I do understand, I get that they have like some kind of secret mission or whatever, but like what happened between the, I mean, is it the same? Where's the gap? What happened?
I've received my orders
Even...
from God. I will kill you.
I have so many questions. Like, they... I get it. But definitely like, oh, we have no sympathy for you even though you're the one that taught us everything we know. But something clearly happened because we were supposedly died.
I heard you all died, but I guess that was a rumor.
Did they make that rumor themselves?
So tell me, which of the other two ended up becoming this Pain then?
Just what do you want appearing before us after all these years?
He thought you were dead. He thought you were dead.
You should have done what Orochimaru suggested. Isn't that what you're thinking now?
What?
These kids, shall I kill them?
Oh, that.
We've seen so many war orphans. It's always so pitiful.
I'm gonna say he's gonna say no. He's not gonna regret it. I'm glad that Jiraiya's taking it well because I feel like this surprise would be too much for me. But I was on to you. I was on to you.
For yourselves, fighting for hire in a few conflicts. But then...
You know nothing about what happened to us afterwards.
Well, yeah, because you guys are so secretive. You guys don't share anything, and you also started this rumor that you were dead.
Now is simply wrong.
This is what I've thought through on my own, and that is that. Jiraiya Sensei.
You know, I honestly thought that was going to be the end of the episode, and I was like, well, I guess we're just going to stick around and watch another one.
So I guess you're the one who became Pain. Nagato. It appears you've strayed from the path of goodness. What happened to you?
You don't need to know. After all, you are an outsider.
You really have changed.
Actually, even if Jiraiya doesn't need to know, I need to know. Ugh. We're not gonna find out.
Conan, stay back.
Art of the Raging Lion's Mane!
Fascinating. I know he could do stuff with his hair, but like every time he does, because we haven't really got to see Jiraiya fight that much. Every time he does, it's like something new and interesting and different.
To a god.
So he believes it himself.
Since I'm a god, all my words and thoughts have become absolute. Poor Sensei. You're still only human. It's not your fault if you don't understand what I'm saying.
Have you really become that?
Yes. Yes, he has. And also, he doesn't understand.
I'm a god. And being a god, I realize that there are things I can do which mortal men cannot even dream of. Or to put it more simply, I have evolved beyond that.
Just what exactly?
This layered with the music, the church singers.
That just one could destroy an entire nation. They will be the most powerful, the ultimate forbidden jutsu weapons.
But how could creating such jutsu possibly bring about an end to war? Weapons such as those will simply increase conflicts between nations.
The world is already rife with conflict. So what's the...
Oh, is he going to unify them under one enemy?
Hey,
To each one of the warring nations, I will hand out a forbidden jutsu weapon. For once they have them, once they possess such a power, then they're bound to use it.
Wait, what are you saying?
So they'll fight each other? But they already kind of had their own.
Conflicts would cease. It can be said that this world is still in the process of maturing, that it's still on a path to stability. Pain will make the world grow up, just like it forced us to.
So he's forcing the world to go through the change that he went through.
Do you really believe that this is your mission?
I do. I believe in this fully because I am a pacifist god.
Well, I see you've developed a sense
Right.
of humor.
Yeah.
Nagato.
Right.
Oh, I'm not joking. Far from it.
Oh, I can tell you're being serious, but...
I'm over here, Sensei.
So that's your summoning then, is it?
To me, you're like a single-celled organism that hasn't evolved at all.
summoning jutsu!
I mean, at least he's having a good time. Interesting. Looks very
I'm quite ungraceful.
Oni-like. Okay. Okay. We learned way more things. The story advanced so many different levels in this one episode, and I kind of don't know how to feel about it. I mean, I'm like excited and anxious and troubled all at the same time. Okay, let me try to talk through these feelings. First of all, I am so over the moon that I was right. It felt like too convenient. I was like, there's no such thing as coincidences. Gibbs rule number something. There's no such thing as coincidence. It felt too coincidental. I do want to know what happened to the other kid. They just said that he died, and I'm curious if they like killed him because he didn't align with their like philosophy, or did his death cause him to make this like jump in maturity because of the pain it caused him or whatever. Those are my two theories. I kind of want to go with the later one, but I'm not 100% sure. Both of them feel kind of unfeeling, and I guess whenever you have experienced so much hardship and war and pain that you do kind of harden yourself to that. I think it is fascinating though that they do acknowledge each other in a sense, that they were like, you are not with us, therefore you must die. And it doesn't matter that you were our sensei, that you taught us everything. Well, maybe not everything, but the things that we started to know and developed. But then there's all this back and forth about like, well, you basically weren't there. That's not what they're saying, but that's kind of what it feels like they're saying. And like, you don't know anything. You weren't there. It's too late for this. And I was like, but he thought you were dead. It's not his fault that he wasn't there because he thought you were gone. I understand that there's probably some other things that happened, but like, don't blame Jiraiya for this. He thought you were gone and he was sad about it. But also, he didn't seem that surprised. He was just like, oh, it's you. Okay, sure, Jiraiya, sure. What happened next? Knowledge. We got knowledge about Naruto, about the seal, about his dad having like specific reasons for everything that he did, that there is a seal on Jiraiya's power, so he's not even like at his full strength when he's doing stuff. And he was like, if something was to happen to me, which feels ominous and I don't like it, I don't ever say that. He's like, if anything happens to me, then go put yourself in Naruto, but like the seal, and it's like the different types of powers, the yin and the yang, and then just we learned so much. We learned so much. And the fact that they think that, what's his name, the other Uchiha dude had enough power to summon the Nine Tails, but the Nine Tails didn't know him, so that just makes it feel like that is like his theory is actually reality. And if that's the case, that means they knew each other beforehand, and what's his name, like the Uchiha dude caused this all to happen in the first place. But like, why did he do that? Why did it prompt him to do that? And now they want all the tailed beasts to like release them on the world or whatever. I'm very curious how Pain's if this is Pain's plan or if this is what's his name plan. Like, did he summon the Nine Tails with the hopes of capturing it and using that ability, and then Minato, I think that was Naruto's dad, ended up sealing it inside his son, aka Naruto, our main character. So like, is this one of those things where like it slipped through his fingers because like, and that was like the reason he did it? Or was it just pure coincidence and something happened and Naruto just happened to be there as a baby. Like, I have so many theories about all this information that we were just given. Oh, and finally understanding the significance of the statue place, the place where Naruto and Sasuke had their final battle before he went and joined Orochimaru. I'm sure some of you guys probably explained it, or I'm like vaguely recalling that some of you told me that it was important, and I didn't know why, because I'm sure in the manga it might have explained a little bit more, but like in anime wise and what I remember, it didn't go into that much detail. It's just like these two statues of these two guys, and it was like the start of the village or whatever. But that was the fight between the Uchiha dude and like the first Hokage, which is like, again, markedly important, but didn't know until just now. And all these things, all these pieces coming together from like literally old Naruto, like regular Naruto, not Shippuden, Naruto. Like, oh my gosh, this episode was packed. This episode was so packed, and like having all the other episodes previously to just like breathe and take in this information and then just get punched with this, like, and the last episode, I mean, the last episode was good too, but man, we learned so much in this episode, and I'm like freaking out a little bit. All these intricacies, it makes you question everything. It makes you question everything. Okay, I want to know if you guys, after like watching this, like ever went back and like watched or reread, if you were a manga reader, and like tried to spot the clues that clearly were being set up. And at first I did think, again, that those two episodes about Jiraiya's past were kind of like, not that they were filler, but that they just were like there to show us the journey he has taken to get to Naruto. But it was really, I mean, it was for that, but it was really to set up this backstory with him and these two people, and to like more understand the significance of all of that, which is just the way this story keeps tying into itself. I know I make this reference a lot. It's like a snake eating itself. It just goes in a circle, and it's not like a bad circle, like a confusing circle, like why is this a thing? This is just like everything connects to itself, and you don't know until you know. Oh, I still want to know what the Uchiha dude has to do with all, I mean, I'm assuming that it has to do with the nine-tail, maybe not just the nine-tail, but all the tailed beast fronts. But their way, this is very clearly, at least to me, that this is like Pain's goal. This might not be Uchiha dude's goal, but this is Pain's goal. And I'm curious how, and what's her name is clearly, her goal is Pain's goal. They have the same mind-ish. But like, there's a lot that happened, and it's all getting thrown into a big old cauldron and stirred around by some witchcraft or magic, aka the author. It's just so good. This is really good, you guys. I'm like, I can't wait to go back and edit this. I definitely have to watch the next episode because too many things are happening and I need to know what happens next. That being said, thank you all so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this wild shinobi journey. And until next time, bye!